This is Brody Probert, Roman Miller, Brock Prendergraph, and Jace Renfro. As far as opening statement, first credit Live for Life. That's a really good football team, and unfortunately, the last 2 years I've been the guy standing out there waiting to do this interview, and that's tough to sit there with your players and lose a close game like that. We've been there before. As far as my guys, I've given the same message before every state championship game that these guys are champions no matter what happened on the scoreboard today. We really try to preach faith and core values and character at Seneca, and we just try to use football as an avenue to teach these guys how to grow up and become men. And they're going to do that in a short amount of time here. And in a couple of years or down the road, they're going to be husbands and dads, and they're going to be champions there too. In saying that, these guys have had heartbreak. We're talking a group of seniors that just won their 50th football game, have won 4 district championships, 4 conference championships, but we've lost 2 state championships, and they got one more shot at it and found a way to get it done today.
Coach, can you imagine a scenario, sorry boys, that both of your star players were going to fumble inside the one and you're still going to win the ball?
They were up here giving me a hard time. Like they said they wanted to make it a dramatic ending. They said more fun right there, but no. But here's the deal. I told the guys after the game, it's been the year of adversity. This stuff's happened all year long, and we've just had to overcome it. And we had a motto about halfway through the season: don't flinch. And bad stuff's going to happen. We can't flinch, and they didn't. It's not like we never held our head today when bad things happen. It was huge, countering the turnover right before half and getting that score before the half to put us back ahead, getting the ball, and I think ultimately that probably won us the football game.
Roman, just talk a little bit about the offense. I mean, 400 yards rushing, you never stopped. I mean, you stopped yourself twice. You guys were just marching up and down the field all day.
I'd love to take credit, but I can never take credit for that. It's my O-line, my H-back, my wide receivers, even my quarterback. Those guys work their butt off. Without them, I'm nothing.
Brody, is that kind of how the attack is? You just run till they stop you, and if they don't,
Yeah, kind of like going off of what Roman said. Those guys up front, they make the gaps for us, and we just run through those gaps. So we couldn't do anything that we do without those guys up front.
Coach, how do you like the response after the overturned touchdown, and then you guys were able to score within 40 seconds right before halftime? Just how did you appreciate your offense right there to score pretty quickly when you guys hadn't even thrown a pass until then?
Yeah, I think it was the difference in the game, but I think it just comes from these guys' character. That would have been really easy to hang your head and just take it into halftime, but we didn't do that. The other thing we really preach is situational football, and we had some stuff for that moment. You know, that play we scored on was a special play that we lined up a receiver at tackle that we put in this week, and we knew we were going to use it in a big moment, and we did, and they executed it.
Coach, you knew this would be different from last year. I mean, you expected a battle like this, didn't you?
Yeah, 100%. I think when you get to the state championship game, everybody's good. And everybody's really good at their base stuff, and ultimately the game comes down to just a few big plays, and that's what it was today.
Jace, defensively, talk about you guys' mindset coming out of halftime.
Yeah, coming out of halftime, we just knew that they were very explosive, very athletic, and I knew that it was going to take a lot of plays to stop them, but our key was to make them snap it again. And I knew if we just came out and executed that, then we'd be fine.
Jason, is it fun opening bowls for these guys?
Oh, it's awesome. They always give us credit, but I couldn't block for a better backfield.
Hey, Brock, will you talk a little? I see your dad on Facebook every week, and it's a picture of you this tall in a red jersey, and this tall in a red jersey, and this tall in a red jersey. What's it mean now as a senior for any of you guys, really? But Brock, I'm interested in what it's like to win this here in your senior year.
Oh, it means so much to me. Like, not just to me, but to all these guys, to the community, to the parents, to the cheerleaders, just everybody. Everybody's played a huge role in helping us do this. Special credit to our coaches. You know, they work their butts off. You know, they see us more than they see our family for more than half the year. So I just really appreciate that.
I take it you stayed out of the bushes last year.
Yes, I did.
Roman, is coming so close last couple years, does that make this sweeter? Is that more fun now?
It definitely makes it amazing. I mean, just coming close those past 2 years and not finishing, we definitely had a drive coming into this year, even the year before. But just winning this one, it feels amazing.
Roman, that second to last drive on defense where you got the fourth down stop, that might have been the biggest play of the game right there. Just those last 2 plays, they didn't get a yard. What went into those 2 plays for you guys to
I mean,
stop that run?
just like Jay said, make them snap it again. I mean, our D-line was doing amazing, and then our backers were coming down and making plays, and it's amazing what our defense can do when we line up right.
When you talk about, when we talk about your fans, you guys numerous times waved to the fans and got fired up, and you guys had like 12-1 fans. So talk about what it's going to mean to see.
Yeah, the fans are great. I mean, they support us through thick and thin. Past 2 years, win or lose, they've supported us. And if you drive through our town, just about every single business, like downtown, has a Go Seneca poster on their window, and it's just awesome to see the community come out here and support us so well.
Cody, were you surprised at the physicality from their end? I guess I sort of think of them more as a finesse team, and they came out today and wanted to run between the tackles just like y'all did.
No, we saw that on film. We knew they were very well balanced. That running back just signed to South Dakota State. I mean, that's a tremendous football player right there. So that's a tough offense to defend when you can't make them one-dimensional. And so we made a few adjustments at halftime. We're able to get that one stop, and then ultimately that stop at the end of the game to win the thing.
Reed, you had a couple really long runs on 3rd and long, like 3rd and 20. What'd you see in those plays?
All I saw was open gaps caused by my guys up front.
Okay, Coach, for you, you graduated from Seneca. Just kind of where are the emotions right now, Brandon State back?
Yeah, I was told those guys I must have had a bad case of allergies last night when I addressed the team. I turned, I don't know, I'm getting old or something, but talking to them, when we pulled out of town on Thursday afternoon, I don't know if there was a fire truck or a police car or any first responder still left in town, because we got this huge escort all the way out of town, and there was probably 500 people lined up on Main Street, and that just doesn't happen everywhere. And I told those guys, imagine what it's going to be like when we come home. And you saw the crowd out there. We're from a small town that's in very southwest Missouri, and everybody made the trip up here, and everybody's going to be waiting on us when we get home on Main Street.
And you mentioned, when we talked, you mentioned the community and their support. Just how special is it to bring it back for them and to see their excitement afterwards as well?
Yeah, Seneca to me, and the big reason why I made the choice to come back here is when you're able to do this and have success, there's so many pieces that go into that. And first, I got there and I saw the kind of kid that's from Seneca, blue collar. Well, I don't have to worry about kids missing in the summer. They show up to every 6 a.m. workout. We don't have to beg them to be there. They want to be there. They want to get better. And then our administration at Seneca is second to none. I've never been told no for anything that we may need. And then our community. They come out, and you saw that they support kids. And it's not about just football. It's anything. And that's the place you want to be, and I think that's a place you can be highly successful at.
How fitting was it for the last drive to kind of be a little bit of a struggle at the end of that fumble at the 1-yard line and have to defend them one last time? And what went into that last drive too?
I just think it was fitting of our season. Just tons of adversity. This stuff's happened to us all year. The previous 2 years we were 13-0 coming into this game and didn't get it done. We got banged up during the year, and then we lost our last regular season game of the year on a game that we scored with like 40 seconds left and gave up a late touchdown and a 2-point conversion to lose the game. And these guys showed up that next week. We were lucky to have a bye that week, and we just reset. And it may have been you never want to lose a football game, but it may have been the best thing that happened to us. And we just went right back to work, and we kind of just reevaluated ourselves, and we learned from that and continue to get better.
Coach, what are the things you're going to take from this senior class and how much adversity they've gone through and how their long seasons and, come up first a couple times? What are you going to take from this class to coach other classes coming up in the future?
Well, the first thing I'm going to take is I'm just going to miss them as people first. All tremendous football players, but man, just high character individuals. And their work ethic was great. Their leadership was great. We've been fortunate the last 3 to 4 years to essentially play another half a season every year. And what that does for us is our young kids get those practice days. And, on Wednesday, probably a lot of people scale it back. We were full pads live, and our Wednesday practice was as physical as we've been all year. I cringed a few times, like, what am I doing here? But if I would have told these guys, we're going to scale it back, they would have looked at me like I was an idiot. I mean, that's not what we do, Coach. That's not who we are. On Wednesdays, we go full pads, and we're going to hit, and we're going to be physical. But when your young kids are going up against these guys every day, they have to get better. They have no choice. And that's what's happened. And now all of a sudden next year, we can pull from that. All of a sudden, the kid that we didn't think was maybe quite ready, all of a sudden now he's ready because these guys have allowed us to play extended seasons.
All right, Coach. Great job, everybody. Thank you.
All right.